So can you tell me a little bit about the history about Compass? You know, when did you set it up?
We set up in 2004. Myself personally, I've been in business on my own since 1998, where I was very involved with buying and selling second-hand, dealing with those sort of exporting used equipment for various bunch customers that when I was living up into the southeast. But I'm originally from the West Country and decided I wanted to come back to the West Country. Myself and somebody else, felt it'd be good to come back and set up a franchise. The market at that time, the late 90s, early 2000s, had changed dramatically. The farming mood had changed. The industry had to become much more streamlined, and we set ourselves out to find products that were going to match in with customers' business and understanding their business, rather than I sell a green one, they sell a red one, he sells a blue one, and which button is better than that one. Part of my work before was very involved with costings. I did a bit of advisory work for groups of farmers that were joining forces, and we got to learn about their costs, what they had to do, and how we could find products and that would meet them, to meet the cost for them to be able to make profit. As one of our customers rightly said, well, there's not a lot we can do about what we sell our product for, but one control we do have about is our costs and how to reduce them. And therefore we set ourselves out, and that was one of the reasons why we first got talking to Fendt back in late 2003, because we knew the product had changed. We knew it was a very cost-effective product for various reasons, and it would suit the farming style of the modern professional farmer and contractor today. And then so I moved back, we bought a premises here, developed it, took on the franchise for the beginning of 2004 and set out from then.
You know, Fendt have been very proactive in this area. We've got a good local dealer who really is on our doorstep, and 18 months, 2 years ago, we were looking to change, and in fact I've gone from 2 tractors down to 1, and we now just run the 1 tractor on the farm. And so it's got to be reliable, got to have good backup should there be a problem. Luckily there hasn't been one so far, so we're very pleased.
What we're finding now, any modern or serious contractor or farmer these days, he is very cost orientated, and he's looking for efficient equipment. Being efficient, I mean a product that will do the job very quickly, it will do it very efficiently. It's nice to operate for the operator, because they're reliant on the equipment to do a lot more acres in a lot shorter time. They want their operators to spend long hours in their tractors and machines, so it has to be easy and comfortable to operate. And finally, it has to be very reliable. So they want equipment when they jump on them, they go and they don't break down. And finding equipment like this is very important to them, which primarily means it's not the cheapest, it's generally the more expensive equipment, because in life you get what you pay for. The spin-off of that is if you've got efficient equipment that's very reliable and good for the operator to operate, it then has a very high residual value. And that's been the secret of the Fendt. The residual values are very high. So whilst our customer is paying a lot more money compared to some of the competition, he's getting all the benefits in the middle, and he's getting a lot back for the second hand. So his actual cost per hour or acre is very low.
Obviously mechanisation is important. What are you looking for from the machines that you use on the farm here?
Well, reliability and low running costs. I don't believe there are many bad makes of machinery now, but certainly the running costs are very different. So that's what we look for. We run a pretty lean system and sweat the resources, so we want reliability, good backup and low running cost.
So I believe the 828 is a development on from the 820. What would you say the main differences between the two?
I would say the main differences between the 820 and 828. With the 828 you've gone up a level as far as size goes. You're more horsepower, slightly bigger machine, going from 8 ton up to 10 ton machine. I mean, you've got the X5 cab, new cab on the tractor, with the air suspended cab system, front suspension. Just say an all-round bigger, heavier duty machine really.
Running costs and resale value, and as I said before, local backup. I went into it with my accountant very carefully when we were changing 2 years ago, and we did actually look seriously at another make of tractor, and Interestingly enough, once we had spec'd the other tractor up to the Fendt, there wasn't a lot of difference in price. But we've worked out that the running costs over 5 years are exactly half of the other tractor. And that is predominantly down to fuel economy and resale value.
But each year, more and more, we're getting fresh customers approaching us, coming to look at the Fendt product, because whereas before, historically, it's got a reputation for being very nice, we'd love one, but too expensive, we don't want to pay that money. But each year now, we're getting more and more fresh customers actually realising, perhaps there is something in this, they are looking at the costs, and whilst I pay a bit more for a Fendt, the efficiency it will give me, the fuel economy, operator comfort, and residual value, they're now looking at it and coming and approaching us, which is, makes our life a lot easier.
One of the things people talk about Fendt is fuel efficiency and reliability. Yeah. I mean, what sort of thoughts have you got there?
Yeah, I mean, fuel efficiency. I mean, I was pulling that the implement on behind there. I was doing set my cruise control at 10k. RPM was running at 1580 RPM. That's at the end of the day, it's a huge fuel saving. The way I sort of describe the Vario transmission is almost like, for people that have never driven one of these tractors before, is almost a bit like driving an automatic car. It gives you your revs as well as your forward speed all at one, and say the engine management system kicks in and gives you the revs required to pull that machine or implement whatever you choose to job to do with it.
So if you're looking forward, if you could say look 5-10 years into the future, how would you like to see Compass tractors at that time period?
From the first year, we've quadrupled our turnover, and I would like to see that continue. The combination of, we're confident and believe we offer our customers a very good service. We have a good range of products. Fendt primarily is our #1 franchise, started in the tractor, and with other franchises we provide, I believe, a good range of products that will benefit their business, bring them efficiency, operator comfort and residual value. And as long as we continue to do that, we've got new products soon coming through from Fendt, which we're looking forward to, and from our other franchises. Our customer base is building all the time, so yes, I'd like to consider that, in 5 years' time, we've had the same progressive turnover increase. And maybe long term, maybe more area, another branch, who knows, but we want to continue to grow the company.